The Narcotics Control Bureau Zonal Head Sameer Wankhede, the man who's been supervising the high-profile cruise drug bust case, has made some startling claims. In a written complaint to senior Mumbai police officials, Sameer Wankhede has accused two Mumbai cops from the Oshiwara station of following him to his mother's cemetery that he's been visiting every day for the last 6 years. He's accused them of tailing him and also taking CCTV footage from the area to ascertain his movements. This complaint came on the day when Sameer Wankhede was given a 6-month extension in his stint as the NCB zonal head. So Sameer Wankhede making some sensational allegations there, claiming that he's being snooped upon by Mumbai officials. He's now written a complaint to the Mumbai top cop saying that action must be taken on his complaint. Now, a massive political spat has erupted over Aryan Khan's arrest. You've got PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti taking to Twitter and alleging that Aryan Khan is being targeted because of his surname. Mufti said that the central agencies are after a 23-year-old boy simply because his surname happens to be a Khan. The BJP, meanwhile, has slammed the former Jammu and Kashmir chief minister, saying that Mufti's comments on Aryan Khan displayed her Sikh mindset.
Shah Rukh Khan's son in Arthur Road jail, getting no relief or bail from Mumbai court. Set to stay behind bars at least till Wednesday. As Aryan loses out on comforts of Mannat, a massive political fight has erupted with an open religion and Muslim card. PDP's Mehbooba Mufti hurled a massive charge, invoking Aryan Khan's religion, claiming his surname of Khan is why he's being singularly targeted, alleging that Muslims like Aryan Khan are being targeted to appease BJP's Hindu vote base. The PDP chief also claimed that the central agencies have been treating MOS home Ashish Mishra's son with kid gloves. Mehbooba's charges were similar to the ones raised by Maharashtra NCP minister Nawab Malik, who had accused the BJP of bringing Hindu-Muslim angle to the Aryan case.
पिछले कई दिनों से ये क्राइम रिपोर्टर को सर्कुलेट किया जा रहा था कि नेक्स्ट टारगेट शाहरुख खान है, और शाहरुख खान का बीजेपी का क्या रिश्ता है आप लोग को पता है? जो भी असंतुलता पे कुछ बात करता है तो उसको हम ठीक कर देंगे, इस तरह की बातें होती रही है.
The charges drew backlash from the BJP, which hit back at Mehbooba, accusing her of playing Sikh religion card. BJP's Gaurav Bhatia advised Mehbooba to stop playing the victim card.
Mehbooba Mufti didn't feel targeted when she became the chief minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Shah Rukh Khan has been given immense love and respect by the citizenry of our country. Today, if his son has indulged in an illegality, it is for the court to decide. Why is Mehbooba Mufti invoking his surname and a particular religion? This is the kind of politics that we don't need in a vibrant India. And people will not forgive Mehbooba Mufti for this. This is unpardonable.
Is Aryan Khan being targeted for his religion or in dock over dalliance with drugs? And should Netas drag the religion of Shah Rukh Khan's son to play ugly partisan politics? With Kamlesh Sutar in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, Aryan Khan's bail plea will come up for hearing in Mumbai Sessions Court tomorrow. His lawyers have maintained that he should be granted bail because no drugs have been recovered from him and that he can't tamper with WhatsApp chats which are already with the NCB. So the claim that he will tamper with evidence also falls flat according to his legal team. Here's a quick look at Aryan's 10-point defense.
Aryan Khan faces an extended stint in Mumbai's Arthur Road jail. And the superstar's son has maintained that no drugs were found on him. The big question now is, will Aryan get the bail? Here is Shah Rukh's son's 10 points defense. Defense 1. Aryan Khan in his bail plea has stated that he's completely innocent and has not committed any crime. Aryan claims that he's been falsely implicated in the case. Defense 2. The bail plea states that there has been no recovery of drugs from Aryan. The plea also claims that the NCB does not have any incriminating evidence against him, accusing the Drug Probe Agency of applying stringent provisions of NDPS Act without any proof. Defense 3. Aryan Khan in his bail plea has denied being involved in production, manufacture, sale and transport of any drug. He has even on record denied charges of illicit trafficking and protecting drug offenders. Defense 4. The Narcotics Bureau had told court that it had access to incriminating WhatsApp chats that pointed to an international drug syndicate. Aryan claimed the chats had nothing to do with drugs but were in fact about football. Defense 5. Seeking bail, Aryan argues that no narcotic drugs were seized from him and the allegations pertains strictly to small quantities. Hence the bar under Section 37 of NDPS Act making the offence serious and non-bailable does not apply. Remember, contraventions involving small quantities are punishable with rigorous imprisonment of a term which may extend to 1 year or a fine which may extend to ₹10,000 or with both. Defense 6. The superstar's son has claimed that the charges would still fall within ambit of consumption of drugs, which attracts a maximum jail term of up to 1 year or with fine or both. Defense 7. Aryan's bail plea claims that recoveries from other accused cannot be held against him and the entire recovery in the case cannot be used against him. Defense 8. Aryan in his bail plea contends that he has no criminal past and was never involved in consumption or use of drugs. Defense 9. During the hearing in court, Aryan had said he had strong roots in the society and is permanent resident of Mumbai. His bail plea claims that there is nothing on record to suggest that he would abuse his liberty. Defense 10. Last but not the least, Aryan in his bail plea argues that not only is he the son of prominent Bollywood actor, but he also holds a bachelor's degree in cinematic arts from the University of Southern California. Aryan says he is a responsible citizen and has impeccable reputation and record. On Wednesday, the Mumbai Sessions Court will hear Aryan Khan's bail plea at 2:45 p.m. Will the superstar's son finally walk out of the jail? With Vidya in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
And so far, Shah Rukh Khan hasn't issued any official statement or made any public appearances since the arrest of his son Aryan Khan. India Today spoke to a very close friend of the family. The source said that SRK has been spending sleepless nights following up on the case, and the power couple SRK and Gauri may send Aryan abroad, possibly to the United States or UK once he's out of jail.
Worried, dejected, helpless. Shah Rukh Khan is going through the worst period of his life. The Badshah of Bollywood has not publicly spoken a word. Neither has he made any public appearance since Aryan's arrest. A very close friend of the family told India Today that Gauri and Shah Rukh Khan had gone into a shell since the day Aryan was arrested. SRK and Gauri had not expected that their son will be shut up in a prison. The power couple have been in constant touch with officials on their son's health. Even though they have no direct access to Aryan, information on his well-being is conveyed to the family. On the professional front, Shah Rukh Khan has put all his work on hold. India Today was the first to report that SRK has postponed the Spain-scheduled shoot of his film with Deepika Padukone. The sources said SRK is not likely to issue any official comment or statement on Aryan till the dust settles and his son is back home. The family may even contemplate on sending Aryan abroad, possibly to the US or Britain. SRK's family friend says the actor feels let down by the legal system in his son's case. The one consolation has been the support the family has received from the film fraternity in these trying times. Bureau Report, India Today.
Moving on to some other stories this morning. There's no respite in sight, unfortunately, from the soaring fuel prices. Petrol and diesel prices across the country really have broken all records. They're at an all-time unprecedented high. The common man is badly affected. You and I are struggling because of the rise in fuel prices. From daily commuting costs to grocery items, fuel prices have impacted our lives. But the Union Petroleum Minister of State, Rameshwar Teli, just doesn't care. He, in fact, has mocked the financial burden on the common man. Teli said that free COVID-19 vaccines provided by the Modi government led to a hike in petrol and diesel prices across the country. This is petrol prices peaked to 104 rupees in the national capital. It's 110 rupees in Mumbai, 105 rupees in Kolkata, 101 in Chennai, 108 rupees in Bengaluru. Ganganagar in Rajasthan has the highest petrol price across the country at 116 rupees. And it's not just petrol prices, diesel prices also have shot up. 93 rupees per litre in Delhi. It's 101 rupees in Mumbai, 96 rupees in Kolkata, 97 rupees in Chennai and 98 rupees in Bengaluru.
দাম বেশি নহয় ট্যাক্স লগোৱা থাকে আপোনালোক নিশ্চয় ভ্যাকচিন লৈছে এই ভ্যাকচিনৰ পইচাবিলাক কৰবা আহিব আপোনালোক তো দিয়া নাই ভ্যাকচিনৰ পইচা নিশ্চয় এই ভ্যাকচিনৰ পইচাবিলাক তেনে ধৰণে অহা আজি আমি কৈছো পানীহে দাম বেছি তেলতকৈ মই কৈছো ট্যাক্স লগোৱা আছে
Is there going to be a power blackout soon? With depleting coal reserves across states triggering power supply shortages and huge concerns, Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Monday held a meeting with the Power Minister R.K. Singh and also Coal Minister Pralhad Joshi. The three ministers discussed the availability of coal to power plants as well as the current power demands. The meeting came in the wake of several states warning of a possible blackout due to a crippling shortage of coal supply to power plants, even though the central government is assured that India still has ample coal stock to meet the necessary demand. Chief Ministers of Delhi, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, they had written to the Prime Minister flagging this shortage. According to the data, the power consumption of 3,900 MU on October 8th was the highest this month so far from October 1st to 9th, which also became a cause of concern during this ongoing coal shortage. So we're clearly staring at a power crisis. As I mentioned, many states, and that includes the national capital, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, they've all raised an alarm as thermal power plants are running out of coal. The centre says there's absolutely no reason to panic and claims that the supply of coal has actually been increased now to meet the increasing demand.
India is staring at a major power crisis. Rural areas of the country are facing disruption in supply of electricity. Villages in Uttar Pradesh's Mirzapur claim they are getting only 8 to 10 hours supply in a day.
लाइन आपका आती है कट जाती है खाने पीने की जब समय आता है तभी लाइन गुल हो जाती है आपकी लाइट मिलती नहीं मतलब है कि आज एक हफ्ता 10 दिन से ऐसा हो रहा है
लाइन नहीं आवत तो कबो कट जाए हो जाए दिक्कत होता कि लाइन न रहता तो मट्टी तेल नहीं मिलता वो नहीं होता तो कैसे मने दिया बाती बारे
Same is the situation in Chitrakoot district.
सारे खेत कड़े हो गए धूप तेज हो रही है ट्यूबवेल लिए हैं बिल पूरा आ रहा है 2 ट्यूबवेल हैं लेकिन बिजली के दर्शन नहीं होते। कभी 2 घंटे आ जाए 24 घंटे में तो बड़ी बात है।
The National Thermal Power Corporation, or the NTPC, is the largest producer in India. Most of its plants are running at 55% capacity. The reason? Shortage of coal. Many states claim they will face blackouts if the centre is unable to ensure supply of coal. Chief Ministers of Delhi, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Uttar Pradesh have written to the Prime Minister for help.
ज़्यादातर प्लांट्स में 1 से 2 दिन 3 दिन का स्टॉक बचा है और एनटीपीसी जो देश में सबसे ज़्यादा बिजली बनाती है केंद्र सरकार के उपक्रम में है, आज उसने ज़्यादातर सारे ही प्लांट 55% पे कर दी है कैपेसिटी। तो कोयले की बहुत बड़ी इस टाइम थर्मल पावर प्लांट्स में दिक्कत है।
ऐसी कोल मंत्री नाल मैं भी गल की है, चिट्ठी भी लिखी है, पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं। केंद्र सरकार ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ ਛੇਤੀ ਤੇ ਛੇਤੀ ਕੋਲਾ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਬਲੈਕਆਊਟ ਦਾ ਖਤਰਾ ਜੀ, ਬਲੈਕਆਊਟ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣ ਦਵਾਂਗੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਤਜ਼ਾਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ।
As of October 9, out of 135 thermal plants that use coal, 105 have coal stocks that will last up to 5 days. Home Minister Amit Shah held a meeting on Monday with the Coal Minister, Power Minister and NTPC officials for a review. The centre claims there is no shortage.
We are supplying power in whatever quantity, whichever the state wants. If any state wants any more power, we can supply that. I assure everybody that there is sufficient power and there will be sufficient power to meet the entire demand. That we have taken care of. So if any state has any problem, let them get in touch with you. We'll sort it out.
The central government, especially the power ministry, says that the coal supply will be replenished and no such power blackouts will be happen. However, some, especially from the power corporations in the states, believe that even though there will be no power blackouts, increased rostering of providing electricity will be faced in the coming days. With video journalist Anu from Dadri, this is Shreya Chatterjee for India Today.
Breaking news coming in this morning. 3 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists have been killed in an encounter in Shopian. Out of the 3 killed terrorists, one has been identified as Mukhtar Shah of Ganderbal, who shifted to Shopian after killing a street hawker, Virendra Paswan of Bihar. Incriminating material, including arms and ammunition, has been recovered. Remember, just yesterday you had 2 similar operations in Bandipora and Anantnag, which led to the killing of another LET terrorist who was behind the civilian murders. In this case too, 3 LET terrorists have been gunned down, one of whom has been identified as Mukhtar Shah, who was behind the killing of a street vendor in Shopian. Kolkata Knight Riders have made it to the second qualifier after a 4-wicket victory over Virat Kohli's Royal Challengers Bangalore. With that loss, Virat's 11-year-long reign as captain of the franchise also came to an end, and next season onwards he will only be available as a player for the RCB. For KKR, Sunil Narayan turned out to be the star of the show with 4 wickets and a quick-fire 26.
Same story. Quickly rocking back, and here's the first boundary.
It was a decent enough start for the RCB until Lockie Ferguson got KKR their first breakthrough in the 6th over with the dismissal of Devdutt Padikkal.
Knocked it on. Ferguson strikes. Exactly what KKR needed.
KS Bharat was struggling and his struggles were ended when Sunil Narayan was introduced into the attack.
Ball in this time.
That was just the start for Narayan as he ran through the Bangalore batting with first the wicket of Virat Kohli, then AB de Villiers, and finally Glenn Maxwell to return with figures of 4 for 21.
Maxwell gone. Sunil Narayan round the wicket.
RCB just couldn't find the momentum thereafter and somehow managed to post a modest 138 for 7.
That is lovely time.
KKR knew what exactly they needed, but Shubman Gill decided to go on the offensive and got the desired results on some occasions.
Even better. Sit back, wait, punish it.
But the introduction of Harshal Patel from one end first got Gill, and then Chahal from the other end dismissed Rahul Tripathi to leave KKR at 2 for 53 in 7 overs. Harshal Patel took his season's tally of wickets to 32 with the dismissal of Venkatesh Iyer, and RCB were back in the game. At least they thought so.
Gone for it.
But Nareen turned out to be their tormentor once again, this time with the bat, launching the first 3 deliveries he faced from Dan Christian over the fences. That over fetched 22 runs and brought the required run rate considerably down. But KKR lost 3 wickets in quick succession to make it agonizingly close, needing 7 of the final over.
Turning off, they go upstairs.
Kolkata had 2 of their most experienced players in Shakib Al Hasan and Owen Morgan at the crease to see them through to the second qualifier, where they will face Delhi Capitals for a place in the final.
Unbelievable comeback, Morgan and Shakib.
The loss also ended Virat Kohli's 11-year-long reign as captain of the Royal Challengers Bangalore, where a title always eluded him for all these years.
They head into qualifier number 2.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
But for now,